Good day to you, my first atom. Once again, this is Adeyinka Musisolaiwola, aka AmoolphorC. You can as well call me A. This particular moment of the day, I want us to sit down and sit back and enjoy ourselves. And apart from enjoying yourself, there's a clips of ideas. Let me just say an evolutionary kind of solution to some emotion that we put into play within ourselves, with our society, even with our family members, which I believe that if we can just go about, do something, rational, something, magical, something, solutional, is going to give us some ounce of answers to, many questions that we've been asking all this while. To tell us, talk about how to control your anger. Anger is a very terrible thing. Sometimes they see it as as a measure to control some kind of atmosphere, some kind of circumstance, to control somebody, to make themselves, like express themselves in such a way that the person that they are showing this kind of emotion towards knows that they are really, disliking such, maybe action coming from such person. But what is anger itself? Please let me just give you by the definition that the dictionary gives to us. It says anger is a strong feeling of displeasure, hostility, or antagonism towards someone or somebody. Even it comes with urge to harm. There are three things that I want us to look at it. There are three things that I want us to check, and which is very, very important to anger. Anger is an emotional thing. So let me just give you my own definition anyway before I go into that. Anger is an explosive expression of thought, displeasure, disapproval, or angst against somebody or something, and it often comes with harmful urges. What do I mean by this? We have three things that we need to talk about here. It's an expression, it is a feeling, it means it is emotional. Then we talk about displeasure, hostility, we talk about antagonism, and we talk about harm. There's something you need to check within yourself, that you need to see whether what you are doing is right or what you are doing is wrong. There are some justifications for our anger anyway at some point, at some circumstances of life, but then the main motive behind anger is always It's always what? It's always I must put it to you. It is an explosion. It's like a dynamite. It's like, bazooka, missile. This time on, I want us to get some things right. There are a lot of solutions. There are a lot of how to control anger. Professed by the professionals, by therapists, by scientists, even all manner of people that give their professionalism in such a way that you help you to manage your anger. So now, to add to the existing body of knowledge that is on ground with all this people that I mentioned, I want to add this to it. It is called evolutionary diversion. Evolutionary diversion. So now, what do I mean by this evolutionary diversion of anger, or how to stem or manage your angry temperament? Now, the first thing, diversion simply spell DIVERSION. Yes, the first thing stand for divine your source of anger. Most of us, when we're angry, we do no manner of things. We can even, hurt ourselves. We can hurt anybody in our present. We can hurt inanimate things. We can harm any object in the process of expressing our anger. The problem is that sometimes we don't even know the source of our anger. It is something that is connected with our heart, that is connected with our body, that is connected with our soul. We need to check, we need to define what is making me angry. I need to know. Once you can define this, at that moment that you are to express that your anger, you are supposed to be explosive. Sometimes you just have to sit down and then you think from within yourself. You define it. That thing you mention, that is you tell what is the source of this my anger, what is making me angry. In as much that you can have this control, I'm telling you, it is the first step toward you diverting your anger. Your anger. It's a source of you diverting your anger. So the second one says, interact with your body, soul, and heart. Most of all, we don't know how to interact. We don't know how to communicate. We don't know how to even control, to stem, to put, cooperation between your body, your soul, and your heart. When you are talking of heart is the central control of the body. It's like CPU. You understand? central processing unit, where all manner of things that make this body active, make it function, make it lives. You understand where it comes from? It is the control that pumps the heart, that make all your energy. Because if you have stopped working today, I'm telling you, your anger stop. That is just the basic thing about this anger we're talking about. So you must be able to interact with your body. You know, it is from your heart. If you are feeling pressure, then you need to depressurize your heart. You need to talk with your soul. What am I to achieve with this? Then your body will listen to your heart, and your soul will be connected with your body. Then it will stem your anger mood. Now, going to number 3, it says that verify your assumed conclusion. Conclusion comes when you have resolved some things, that when you have put some things into play, that if I do it this way, this is the result. If I do it this way, this is supposed to be the result. Then you verify all these things. That what is my assumed conclusion? Some of us, we assume that my friend is not a good body, is not a good somebody to me, is a gossip, he does some manner, he or she does some manner of things just to harm me. Why are you concluding in such a way? You have to you have to verify. You have to verify. Go into verification means just for you to actualize the facts, get your truth about this person. You understand? Instead of you even getting angry after you verify that this is what you have been doing behind my back, you can just talk to that person. If he's ready to move with you, to still be friend with you, or you decide my friendship with this person is like I'm to harm myself, or I'm to harm him or her. So you need to verify. Then don't just jump into conclusion. Don't jump into conclusion. And then now we have the one. It says evaluate the thought of your conclusive action. You have to evaluate. Some of us, we don't even evaluate. We don't even know what evaluation means. Evaluation simply talk about when you put into consideration, you check the step by step, the stages. You step the procedure that you put into play just for you to put out a conclusive action. Before you can take an action, there are a lot of things that you brain in your head, that you process in your heart, and then you just have to come to a conclusive action, that this will be my action. So you have to evaluate your thoughts, evaluate the thinking that is making you to have that impulsive, mechanical, or let me say neurological action from within your head that will now pump to your body for you to act in such maybe an harmful way or friendly way. You must be able to evaluate. Now we talk to the R, which is reevaluate or rethink over your conclusive action. After you have concluded, you have evaluated that this should be my action. Now I'm to exercise some little kind of anger. Then you have to reevaluate again. Think of the other alternative possible ways in which you can undo your anger. You understand? Before you put up some kind of angry action, you must be able to reevaluate. You have to rethink. There are a lot of ways to go by, different from that particular way, or your way of life, your static way of thinking. You must be able to rethink. Then we have S. S simply talk about save yourself and save the day. Instead of you demonstrating your aggressive anger, you can go by just simply setting yourself free. That I don't want to be at the end of this thing, being guilty. So you can save the day from destruction. You can save the day from anger. You can save yourself from anger. A lot of us, we can even get angry with ourselves, with your personal self, that you feel like maybe you cut yourself. Some people can take it to some extent of losing their psychological proportion of normality. So they just do some things that are so stupid. They can just go by means of cutting themselves. So what can make you to cut yourself, then you can cut other person as well. So all these things, you need to stem it. You need to withdraw yourself from it, so that you save yourself from the day, and you save yourself from yourself, or you save the day. Let me just put it that way. So anyway, you understand what I'm saying. Then we go to the next one. It says I improve your active status. So the moment that you are following all this process, I'm telling you, you can just realize that there are something that you think is more difficult for you to do when you are angry. Now the moment that you take up these processes one after the other, now you get to this improve your active status. Your active status simply talk about your present state of being, your present state of act, or your behavior. Maybe you have improved, maybe you just deteriorate, understand. But if you already improved, then just make yourself be continuous in that particular active status. You understand? Improve upon, if your performance, if your action positive, you just have to continue. But if it proves negative, you have to discontinue. That okay, I've tried all this process and I didn't get it right. Maybe my action at the end of everything is still what? Is still destruction, is still harm. Then you have to what? You have to discontinue. You have to think again. You have to start over the process again by divining your what? Your source of anger, by doing no manner of things like that. You understand? But now let me just go to the next one. It says that originate your newest version. Your newest version. Now, do you think that you are now a newborn? Do you see yourself as somebody who is not different from your former self? If you see yourself as being different, or you still think that you are still the same, you just have to originate your newest version. You must be able to do things in a different way so that for you to have a different result. You can become a newborn from your old self. It is possible. There is nothing impossible. So now let's go to the last one because of our time here. It's very, very necessary that you must be able to do that. Okay, you know that okay, this is the best thing I can do. This is the best thing I can do for myself, just to be positive always. So never change from being positive. That is the next one. Never change from being positive. Positivity is one of the best things that we can use just to maintain the fact that everything is what is as good as God made it. So it's a substance of faith. It's a thing that is happening from within us. That is, it's not kind of, it is not kind of materialistic in nature, but it is supernatural in nature. It is a new being. You have this thing inside of you telling you that what you're doing is wrong, what you're doing is right. But if you can accept that the fact that something is telling you that what you're doing is wrong, and you know that definitely what you're doing is wrong, then there is a possibility of you becoming positive yourself. So you are not a perpetual destroyer. You are not a perpetual despondent. You are not a perpetual negativist. Let me just put it that way. So please, you can change. You can once you process all this and then you notice that there is a newborn in you, then never stop being positive. Continue in it. Then you have the product you don't even expect that you can help. So as a husband, as a wife, as a child, and as a friend, you can put on this evolutionary diversion. Whenever you feel that somebody is enraging you, somebody is infuriating you, somebody is trying to vex you, you understand, you can put this on. So let me just state them one after the other again. I say divine your source of anger, interact with your body, soul, and heart. Then we have a V. We have verify your assumed conclusion. Then evaluate the thought of your conclusive action. Then we have reevaluate or rethink over your conclusive action. Save yourself and save the day. We have next one, improve your active status. If positive, continue, but if negative, discontinue. We have O, which is originate your newest version. You can become a new one. And the last one says never change from being positive. Ever and ever, never change. Just always and always be positive. So that is just my word for us today. How to control your anger. This is evolutionary diversion. You can put it to action and it really help you. Thank you once again for watching this my channel, and I pray that as you watch and as you subscribe to my channel, you are blessed. You are blessed abundantly, and then there's going to be a positive result to show forth for it at the end of every day. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.